and welcome back to How to Dormammu. This is the third episode of my series of video tutorials for Dormammu in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. My name is Tangrowth, and in today's episode we'll discuss Dormammu's role in the team and who his best partners are. Let's get started. So we want to play Dormammu. Where do we put him on our team? As discussed in the previous episode, Dormammu is a slower character, but there are slow points like Hulk, right? Well, unlike Hulk, he lacks any kind of armor or invincible moves. This means that if he's placed on point, he'll often get mauled with 99 seconds still on the clock. Best case scenario, he eats a 99-second grab, forcing the opponent to blow their X Factor to kill him. However, you're still left with a dead character and having to eat an incoming mix-up. As such, this game plan is suboptimal to say the least. The only person who ever made Point Dormammu succeed is Noel B. Hungry, who plays him with hidden missiles and Phoenix behind. Noel's excellent defensive play allows him to sometimes overcome Dormammu's weaknesses as a point character in order to abuse his unique strengths like his strong meter build and his indirect damage. However, this game plan is not recommended due to its difficulty of execution, as well as the fact that it locks you out of Dormammu's best tools, his hypers. So does Dormammu then go on the very back of the team? As discussed in the previous episode, Dormammu uses meter and X Factor better and more efficiently than most of the cast, and for this reason he can be a capable anchor should he ever have to hold down the fort and bring the game back around. Dormammu with spells, meter, and X Factor all prepared is one of the best characters in the game. But it's definitely not ideal. For one thing, while Dormammu's good, but not great at escaping incoming mix-ups, he'd still greatly prefer to be brought in safely off a DHC or a TAC rather than having to make a guess. For another, Dormammu without X Factor or assists is significantly less threatening, and can quickly burn through all his meter and spell charges, leaving him with 0 defensive buttons, having to block whatever the opponent throws at him. You can't block forever in this game no matter how good your defense is. You will eventually eat something. At that point you've already lost the game. Furthermore, Dark Hole is an okay to pretty good assist. It's not amazing, and only a handful of characters can really use it well. Additionally, Dormammu himself really benefits from a strong neutral assist to back him up, something like Missiles, Mystic Ray, or Double Lariat. All this combines to mean that while he is okay on Anchor, it's still not a natural fit. So does Dormammu go in the middle? Finally, we've arrived at the right pot of porridge. Dormammu is a very picky character, and he basically requires that you build your team around him. On that team, he's almost invariably placed second. This removes his weaknesses from point, keeping him from getting mauled at 99, but still enables you to have a strong neutral assist backing him up if you lose the point war. Dormammu can escape incoming mixes, sometimes, but the wiser option is always to bring him in on your own terms using a DHC or a TAC from your point character. At that point, you ideally have 3 characters to the opponent's 2. You have Dormammu with meter and or X Factor, at least 1 but sometimes 2 strong assists, and the opportunity to deliver a deadly incoming mix-up which prevents the opponent from ever being able to play the game. Any team with Dormammu on it is designed to snowball, using his unique tools to secure kills which your point might struggle to manage, and then to mix the opponent or even force them into unblockable situations. As a fallback, Dormammu can simply use his space control and indirect damage tools to prevent the opponent from playing their game should they escape his incoming mix-up. He can also use Stalking Flare or spells to safely tag back out, returning the point to the field and returning you to your round start game plan. Dormammu is there to spend the meter built by your point character, and to allow you to spend X Factor offensively to secure the win if necessary. Dormammu with an assist and level 2 X Factor can kill 2 or even 3 characters without securing a single touch, and if he does get that touch, their health will simply melt away. So second truly is Dormammu's natural position. In this role, he can function as an able damage engine, and Stalking Flare is a safe DHC to allow your point to safely tag out if things go south. All of this, combined with a strong neutral assist on third, means a well-constructed Dormammu team can be an absolute steamroller if played well. Dormammu on second is one of the strongest set play setups in the entire game, as well as providing a solid plan A, or plan B in the case of a dead point character from his incredible space control and strong mix-ups. Dormammu is slower than most of the cast, and thus gels well with a speedier point character who can shut down the other speedy threats. He also wants to work behind someone who both can A, use Dark Hole assist in their combos, and B, can use either Chaotic Flame or Stalking Flare DHC well, ideally both. For this purpose, Magneto, Wolverine, Spider-Man, Wesker, Felicia, Trish, or Nova are all solid choices, among others. All have unique combo routes enabled by having Dormammu behind, and all can use his unique utility from his Hypers and his Flame Carpet. Taskmaster, Sea Viper, and Firebrand can all use Dormammu to set up their unblockables, though the exact setups will vary and will work best against opponents with no air mobility. A lingering Flame Carpet can enable unblockable situations as well, usually involving a hard tag into a simultaneous low and overhead hit, or a high-hitting assist such as Burn Kick or Centurion Rush. Finally, an ideal point character for Dormammu will also have a strong assist of their own. Hagar deserves a mention here, as do Magneto, Nova, Taskmaster, or Iron Fist. All work well in a second role behind a Dormammu who's transitioned safely onto the point from a TAC or DHC, with Hagar and Magneto both being used on the same team even by the likes of Jason Kiddo and Ramasama. Dormammu usually requires at least one strong neutral assist to truly thrive. His best assist in the game is probably Shumagarath's Mystic Ray, or Dr. Doom's Hidden Missiles, both of which are uniquely powerful behind Dormammu due to their unique utility. Following closely are Magneto's Disruptor, Hagar's Lariat, or Dante's Jam Session, each of which give Dormammu tools which he can exploit for a unique game plan. He also works well with just about any strong lateral assist, such as Plasma Beam, Bolts of Balthak, Unibeam, Arthur Daggers, or Taskmaster Arrows, all of which he can use to extend off Flame Carpet or to apply full screen pressure, especially combined with Dark Matter. Dormammu's strong Tri-Dash and Teleport mix-up game mean that he quite likes a slow lingering assist like Spitfire or Molecular Shield, which can also force the opponent to eat on incoming using a Tiger Knee Dark Hole into Teleport. Both of these assists also give Dormammu OTG follow-ups off Flame Carpet in addition to their neutral uses. Finally, despite Dormammu using the Wall Bounce as a late combo extender, he doesn't require it to do good damage in the way that a Spencer or a Virgil does. As such, Pendulum or Rising Fang are incredibly useful tools for him, especially when combined with his Teleport mix-up game. When choosing a third for a team with Dormammu second, it's important to pick someone with strong utility and support, and it doesn't hurt if they're a capable anchor without X Factor, with Dormammu's propensity to use it for himself. Dr. Doom is a standout in this regard, with his high solo damage and incredible mobility. Doom also has unique utility to Dormammu, in that Dormammu can use all three of his assists well, depending on the opposing matchup. Finally, Doom's quick OTG gives Dormammu access to hard tag combos in certain situations, such as after a low hit stun mid-screen level 3, or off a grab in the corner. All this combines to make Dr. Doom arguably Dormammu's single best friend in the entire game. The most iconic third behind Dormammu's second is Shumagarath. Mystic Ray is an incredible assist for Dormammu, and Dormammu is probably Shuma's single best friend in return, using Dark Hole and even Purification assist very well in his combos in neutral. If Doom is not Dormammu's single best friend, then it's Shumagarath, who also provides great team utility from his full screen OTG Team Hyper combo. Shuma's high support value means that the Dormammu Shuma shell enables lots of point characters, and has been used with success behind Wolverine, MODOK, and many others. The Mayor of Metro City is a great partner for Dormammu, who's also one of his best friends on the other end. Lariat is an outstanding assist for Dorm, covering up for his weaknesses against Rushdown and especially being useful against jumping opponents who might otherwise punish a bad Flame Carpet. Dark Hole helps Hagar greatly in return, and Hagar is uniquely equipped to take advantage of Dormammu's set play tools thanks to the good hit spear of his headbutt, up heavy in the air, and his strong grab game. While he's the weakest of the characters that I'll mention today, he and Dormammu definitely elevate one another and are uniquely synergistic. Magneto works very well either in front of or behind Dormammu, with a strong TAC combo game and good use of X Factor, complementing his strength as a point which covered for Dormammu's various weaknesses. Dormammu with Disruptor is a time-tested pairing, as shown in the days of yore by Filipino Champ and Master CJ, though the modern day with Jason Kiddo and Ace's return, though Dormammu behind Magneto is probably more common. We should at least discuss Dormammu on the same team with Dante. Dormammu with Dante is an interesting proposition which only a few players have been really able to excel with. Idom and Spiral rock Dante on point for most matchups with Dormammu behind, as despite Dante's various weaknesses on point, he's still preferable to Dormammu for that role. Dante and Dormammu serve the same purpose on many teams, with their meaty stationary assists and full-screen beam hyper combos, as well as Devil Trigger or Stalking Flare serving as a safe DHC. This leads them to be rarely played together, but this can be a truly nasty pair. Jam Session gives Dormammu great screen presence and unique extensions, and Follow My Lead works with the pair, as long as you're willing to blow X Factor too. Really, what this is going all in on Dormammu with Jam Session, and this can be a very powerful strategy as long as you accept that that's what you're doing. Rocket Raccoon, Doctor Strange, and Arthur all deserve mentions for serving well behind Dormammu, as well as Iron Fist, as shown at EVO 2023 by Spartan Throne. However, each of these characters has their own idiosyncrasies which put them just outside of the best friends distinction, which any of the above characters can justifiably claim. Thus, a good Dormammu team will usually take the form of point support as opposed to point mid anchor, with Dormammu serving as the primary support character, and the number 3 character serving to support Dormammu in addition to the point. In conclusion, Dormammu has somewhat specific requirements to thrive. He requires strong support behind him, and a point character in front to compensate for his various weaknesses. He has powerful level 1 hypers which serve as excellent DHCs off a point character to secure a kill, or to give a strong meaty in the case of Stalking Flare. Dormammu also has good TAC combos and a fairly good, though not great, TAC infinite game. All this combines to make second his natural position, where his capabilities as a cleanup character and damage engine are allowed to truly shine. A team with Dormammu on second is usually a Dormammu team, in the sense that the game plan revolves around getting Dormammu in and out safely to allow for maximum exploitation of his unique team utility. But a well-constructed Dormammu team can be a sight to behold. This has been an overview of Dormammu's role in a team and his best partners. Thank you for watching. My name is Tangrowth, and happy Marvel!